Oh boy! Look! It's player's choice!
What can be said about Luigi's Mansion? Nearing the upcoming retirement of the Nintendo 64, we were all excited to see what the next generation of consoles would bring to the table. Better graphics. And as usual, when a new Nintendo console would become available to the public, we would of course be excited for a new Mario game. The NES had Super Mario Bros., the SNES had Super Mario World, and the N64 had Super Mario 64. All of these were launch titles. So what did we get as a launch title for the Nintendo launch box? Luigi's Mansion. That's okay.
To a lot of people, seeing Luigi getting his very own game was kinda surreal back then. I mean, we were all expecting Mario. So, why Luigi? Because they grew tired of Mario, I don't know. But we soon came to realize that this game was completely different from any other Mario game. It's scary. But enough of my bullshit, let's play the game, shall we? Oh, and happy Halloween, by the way.
Nintendo.
Damn, the game is already trying to scare me. We start the game with our very unfortunate hero lost in the super spooky woods with the most judgmental crows watching him.
Fucking assholes.
Look at this guy, nobody wants him to have his own game. This is stupid. But I like Luigi. Once inside the mansion, we realize that this isn't a normal Mario game. It's dark and scary. We can see a life meter down in the corner, you can knock on walls, hump furniture, we can't jump, and we can call for a better character to take our place.
Mario!
And let's not forget the most important element, Luigi's floppy-ass nose. So we checked around, humped a few things, and I started to realize that this is, in fact, Resident Evil. This is unlike anything that we have seen, at least for a Mario game. Luigi game. It turns out that we are locked in this dank-ass room. We hear a strange sound and find a weird orange fart floating around with a key. It gets scared, poops out the key, and presumably looks for a better Mario character. Now that we have the key, we go upstairs, unlock the big old door, and get yelled at by some rude orange thing that doesn't know the meaning of personal space.
I want that booty time. You can't have my booty.
Luckily, the cleaning services saves us from impending booty doom by cleaning up this dusty room and making the orange blob mad.
Yes, Mom, I will clean my room, okay?
Once the blob gets tired of this shit and beats the shit out of the elderly, we find out that this guy really isn't the cleaning service. Which is good, because he would have been doing a really shit job. But instead, it is none other than Professor Egad.
I get it.
He goes on to explain that the mansion appeared out of nowhere and has been showing signs of paranormal activity. Not only that, he says a better Mario character wearing red was seen going inside but never came back out. He gives us the task of cleaning up the mess in this house, hands us a vacuum or the Poltergeist 3000, and teaches us how to use it. Basically, you use your flashlight to stun the ghosts and reveal their hearts, then quickly suck away their life force like a succubus. After a simple tutorial and an impressive view of an empty art gallery, we head back into the mansion in search of Mario and answers.
Now go ahead and find Wesker while you're at it too. I hear he wears sunglasses.
The main objective of this game is to go from room to room, clearing out all of the ghosts, maybe solve a puzzle or two, kill a zombie, and light up the rooms. Along the way, you can use your vacuum or hump furniture, like a dirty little greasy plumber, to find and collect money and jewels. These are somewhat important, but we will cover that later, you little cutie. As you go on, you learn more about what happened to Mario and that this mansion has a family. You run into these human ghosts who all used to be trapped in those empty paintings in the art gallery. What's interesting here is that each ghost has their own backstory, personalities, motivations, and freaky fetishes, etc. If you use your Game Boy Horror, which is basically an iPhone before Steve Jobs ripped EGAD off, and with a better FaceTime camera, you can examine their hearts to not only get a hint on how to capture them, but sometimes you learn a bit about them, or they make funny commentary about you or the game. It's actually a nice touch. Good old-fashioned Nintendo polish. Nail polish. Now you will have to capture most of these portrait ghosts in order to progress, but some of them are optional. Honestly though, it's worth capturing them all for the money and to learn more about this family. Or for bragging rights, I don't know.
There's only one family that I want to know more about, and that's the Addams family. I want to be friends with Lurch.
Getting back to the first area, once you suck up some portrait ghosts, grab a key, hump a chair, and enter a baby's room, we get introduced to our first boss fight. In these fights, Luigi gets pulled into a fever dream where we have to figure out how to beat the shit out of a baby. Once you manage that, you stun them and try sucking them up. I would like to point out that the first boss is a baby. I do not condone Luigi's actions. Sucking up a baby. A better Mario character wouldn't do that. Once you beat the boss, we grab a big key needed to access the next area, and we head on back to EGATS to put these ghosts through a torture machine and print them out as paintings.
Isn't this exactly what a serial killer would do?
Depending on how quickly you capture these ghosts determines which color the frames are and what the picture looks like. If you suck 90% of their health in one go, like a good slut, and collect a giant pearl, you'll get the gold frame. Anything above 50%, like a $20 whore, will get you the silver frame. If you just suck at being good, like some cheap bitch, you will get the bronze frame, you fucking loser. And that's pretty much it in terms of gameplay. You just go around not being afraid of no ghosts and sucking for money. That sounds like an easy job. Sucking for money. I wonder if I can find a job like that.
Well, $5 is always a start!
So you're going around sucking up the ghosts and clearing out the rooms and wait, what's that beeping sound? My Game Boy has a glowy light on top. And what if I just, oh shit, it's a pun! 50 of them! That's right, boos are in this game too! Yeah, no fucking shit, what were you expecting? Goombas? Not long after the first area, you accidentally free these boos, to which EGAT explains that the boos must be behind all of this spoopy business, and it turns out like the King Boo has captured Mario in a picture. Like in Harry Potter. So now, after clearing every room and even the rooms you already cleared, you need to find all 50 of these boos, all named after puns because God fucking hates me. Why capture them? Because if we let them live, they will just keep on making more puns! It will never stop!
I usually think puns are funny. I mean, they can get overused at times.
The game is relatively easy, but it does present a challenge if you are trying to get all gold portraits and rack up a high score. The difficulty mostly comes from the area bosses who can sometimes be a little bullshit, but are so satisfying to beat. The worst of them being Shadow of the Bolosses. Not only that, but the controls are so easy to use that it just makes it fun to play. The game can be long if you don't know what you're doing, and it's honestly easy to get lost. I guess my main gripe with this game is that it's a little too repetitive. You just go from one room to another doing the same stuff over and over again. Not only that, they also only use the same song throughout the entire game. Okay, except for this room. There is a bit of a scavenger hunt in the middle of the game where you have to give all of these items that belong to Mario to a fortune teller, but if you didn't look around thoroughly, or talk to some of the toads lingering around, you would never know. With the help of the internet today, it would be easy to look it up, but back then, not so much.
Question, how come Mario still got his hat on when you just found it in a washing machine? Things got real spooky now!
Alright, so you've beaten all the areas, captured all the ghosts, humped more furniture, and now you're ready to take on King high as a kite. The portrait changes from Mario to Bowser and we get sucked in where we fight the big turtle himself, who seems to be having neck problems. This actually terrified me as a kid. Bowser running around with a twisted neck and shit. Oh wait, it's not actually the real Bowser? Alright, that makes it okay. This fight is a pain in the ass, but just suck up his balls, shoot him in the head, and suck away at King Boo's long tongue. Sounds kinky. So we defeat King Boo, we grab our better half, put King Boo in a portrait, and watch a hilarious scene of Mario being brought back to 3D. And Luigi just laughs at his pain. Or is he crying? I don't know.
Now we've got another problem to solve. How to get that frame up of Mario's head. Better call Bert.
And that's Luigi's Mansion for the Nintendo GameCube. It was definitely a strange direction they took, both with a Mario character and as well as a business decision, considering that it was a launch title for the console. While I said that the game can be repetitive at times, it's still a very unique game, but over time it seemed like Nintendo didn't give two shits about this IP. That's until they made Dark Moon and then later announced a third installment for the series. Plus, now you can play the remake of this very game on the 3DS, so that's cool, I guess?
Luigi's Mansion is a good game. That's what I can say about it. It was a very unusual game at the time. Is it scary? No. But I can't be the only one who compares this game to Resident Evil, because both games do take place in a big-ass spooky mansion. I'm DexTheSwede signing out, thank you for watching, and happy Halloween everybody! Now it's time for me to go hump some furniture.
Oh yeah.
This video was brought to you thanks to my amazing Patreon supporters. If you feel like throwing some extra support my way, then you can head over to my Patreon page and receive some pretty dang cool rewards as thanks for pledging and helping my show stay alive. We've got behind the scenes commentaries for every video I make, and you can also receive a very special drawing, very much like this one, sent to your home. Ain't that cool? Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter, especially on Twitter, as I'll be posting news, updates, and other random shit. Follow me on Twitch if you want to watch me live stream games and such, and we've also got a Discord group that you can join as well. Links are in the description.
Super Mario World, it's a blast from the past. Super Mario World. Jesus, this game controller is not clean at all. I probably need another one.